On the morning of December 19th, 1941, a company of Canadian soldiers belonging to the Winnipeg Grenadiers found themselves separated from their battalion on Mount Butler during the defense of Hong Kong, a British territory at the time. A Company was led by Sergeant Major Osborne. John Robert Osborne was born on the 2nd of January 1899 in Fulton, Norfolk, England. After serving in the First World War with the British Royal Naval Volunteer Reserve, he immigrated to rural Saskatchewan in 1919. There, he was a farmer for 2 years. Later, he moved to Winnipeg to work as a laborer for the Canadian Pacific Railway. And finally, in 1933, he enlisted with the Winnipeg Grenadiers, where he served all over the British Empire. On October 27, 1991, while serving with a British garrison in Jamaica, the Winnipeg Grenadiers were ordered to Hong Kong to strengthen British defenses against the inevitable Japanese attack.
We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried Line, if the Siegfried Line's still there. Everybody's mucking in and doing their job, winning a grain.
In the early hours of December 19, 1941, Osborne was tasked with leading some of the company on a bayonet charge to take Mount Butler, a Japanese stronghold. They took the steep hill and held out for 3 hours despite multiple fierce counterattacks. Slowly, the much larger Japanese force caused an opening, creating an undefended flank. While his group fell back to the remainder of the company, Osborne covered their retreat, laying down covering fire, despite the heavy enemy rifle and machine gun fire. By the afternoon, the remaining men of A Company had been completely cut off from the rest of the battalion and were surrounded. The enemy was so close that they were able to lob grenades into the Canadian position. With nothing left to do but fight, Osborne threw back multiple grenades, protecting his fellow soldiers. Then a grenade landed where it would be impossible to pick up and throw back in time. With no regard for his own well-being, he shouted a warning, pushed the soldier out of the way, and onto the grenade. It exploded, killing him instantly. This action undoubtedly saved many of men's lives. The rest of the company were able to hold out for another 8.5 hours, despite overwhelming odds. Out of the 1,975 Canadians that were sent to Hong Kong, 290 were reported killed, and the rest were taken as POWs. Osborne received the Victoria Cross, the highest military honor that can be given in the British Commonwealth Forces, for displaying the highest qualities of heroism and self-sacrifice when faced against an enemy.